on Harper Radio with Chris and Nina.
You know where we are?
No.
You are listening to WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. It's time for YouTube Live. It's time for Streaming Verse here on Harper Radio at WHCM with Nina and Chris and Caroline and Erin. We are all here, and you can either listen to us on 88.3 FM if you're local. You can go to harperradio.com to listen to us online anywhere in the universe. Mm-hmm. And you can also find us on YouTube Live right now, where we're still setting up our cameras.
We are looking great.
Because we had a little bit of a pre-show setup happening, recording our own little internal videos here, training videos, because, you know, we know what we're doing, so they say.
We're very professional.
Yes. That is us.
Quick reminder.
Yeah, big reminder.
As I figure out which camera belongs to who, the thoughts and ideas presented on this show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. Perfect. Yeah. All right, so I don't know who is who on the camera list.
We're still trying to figure out who is on which camera.
Yeah. All right. Well, oh my gosh, where's the volume? There it is. Erin, what have you been streaming?
I've been streaming American Horror Stories. I got through the first 3 out of 5. Man. The third one sat with me. But, yeah, it's good. So don't let my depression affect your wanting to view.
Explain this to me. American Horror Stories is like a offshoot of American Horror Story somehow.
Yes. So it's the same people. Like there's somewhat like there's a different, I don't want to say a different writer, but like there's a different story for each episode.
And basically it's like a one and done at the end of each episode.
It's okay.
So, you don't have to like watch the episodes in order because they're all individual stories. And this season has been pretty good so far. It's got my attention on each one so far. No, the third episode, I think it was called X. Oh no.
Oh God, that's me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, stop. I was practicing a stupid video.
No, don't turn it down.
We're trying to train everyone. I didn't realize you were training the audience.
Actually, no, I have LiveScribe, and I was trying to work out a way to record the show while we're doing it another way.
Oh, gosh.
It's all right.
That didn't work.
No.
That's okay.
Next show. So, thank you for explaining that, because I just actually saw a pop-up about that today and was wondering, like, why did we have to make a spin-off of a show that was already individual? Is it because American Horror Story
was one story the whole season?
So Stories is one. Okay.
It's kind of like Black Mirror, I think.
Yeah, it's exactly that concept of like each episode being its own individual thing.
Very cool.
Awesome.
So it's pretty fun.
Nina, what have you been streaming?
Oh, am I so excited to talk about this? Okay, I've watched every episode except for yesterday's episode that came out. Agatha All Along. Oh,
you finally
my
started
goodness.
that.
I finally started it, and I watched it pretty much in 2 sittings.
Nice.
It is so good. It's so good. It makes me really, really, like, want to die inside. Because, listen, okay, I phrased that real weird, as I do everything, but, because, I can't say it without spoiling it.
Okay.
Okay, well, no, if you're caught up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which has been going on and on and on and on forever and ever and ever.
Forever.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry, but I will still watch every single movie.
I know.
They've got me. Sorry. They seem to love to kill off all of my favorite characters. And I take that very personally because, you know, they're only out for me, right? They're only going after me.
Just
no
just
one
after
else.
you.
Yeah. So,
I mean, that one that I think you're referring to wasn't a definite, was it?
no, I don't believe it for a second.
I don't either.
But also, that's how I felt about Black Widow.
Oh, and that was a definite.
It's not real,
Yeah.
though.
Okay.
Fake
I mean,
news.
in Marvel, I mean, as in most shows that are fantasy, they could very well just bring her right back.
Different
They better.
universe.
They better. So it every time I watch it, and if I'm thinking too much about it, I get really, really sad. But then I'm like, stop thinking about it. It's Catherine Hahn and Aubrey Plaza being lesbians.
Right.
Enjoy yourself. And it is the best thing I've ever seen. Not like that. Whoa, that came out crazy. Anyways, Agatha All Along is fantastic, and I would definitely recommend that you watch it if you're, because I know everyone's like, do I watch it? Oh my god, it's Marvel, but watch it.
No, it's on my list. I've been wanting to. Glad it's approved by Nina.
Yeah, I give the stamp. Chris, what have you been streaming?
Well, I'm going to share this. It's slightly embarrassing. But
That's all I talk about. So.
and it has to do with Marvel movies.
Oh,
I've been watching a lot of reels with Tom Holland and Zendaya.
yes.
Like so many.
Approved.
I love them so much.
They're one of the very few straight couples that I stan.
Right? They're great.
Relationship goals, please.
Yeah,
I mean,
love them.
they're amazing. So, okay. But I'm going to say a show too, but I watch a lot of reels of Tom Holland. And he's hysterical. He's so sweet. And I think, I don't know. I think there's people who think like she could do better because she's Zendaya.
Yeah, because she's
But
Zendaya.
I don't think she can. I don't think you could ever replace a man who is so honest and so transparent and
Yeah.
adores you. Adores
Yeah.
you.
He, like, I've seen videos, like paparazzi videos or whatever, where people are like, oh my god, Tom Holland forgets that he's famous because he's on his iPhone videotaping Zendaya, and it's so cute.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, he's a fan of hers.
Yeah,
So, all right.
precious.
But in addition to all the reels of them, I've also Shrinking started this week on Apple TV Plus. So I'm very excited. I watched the first episode. Season 2 is off to a great start. And because I love this type of thing so much, one of the characters was reading a Carl Hyacin book. And for those who don't know about Bad Monkey and who Carl Hyacin is, he's the one who wrote the book Bad Monkey, and they recently also on Apple TV Plus made a series out of it. So she was reading Skinny Dip by Carl Hyacin, and I just thought that was awesome. Like the whole, respect, like, okay,
Yeah.
a little crossover too. And if you're a Carl Hyacin fan, you know what his book covers look like.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, I'm talking about book covers because I'm now seeing all this book cover thing because of you, and I know that I am. I just saw another one today. It's like, join us for how to make book covers.
Oh, bookbinding.
Bookbinding, sorry. Yes,
Oh,
bookbinding. Yeah, I
okay.
get bookbinding things now. But the jackets use a very descriptive color schemes. They're always different, but you know a Carl Hyacin book when you see it. And so as soon as I saw the book, before I even saw what it was, I'm like, that looks like a Carl Hyacin book.
That's
and it was.
awesome.
So, but yeah, so far the show's off to a great start too for season 2. Highly recommend that.
That's awesome.
It is now
Yeah,
time.
it is time
we
for
could
a
skip.
break.
Yeah,
Wow.
we could dive into a break right now.
Yeah.
So we are going to take a quick break. Keep it tuned to WHCM or YouTube Live. We'll be right back after these important messages.
For a list of recent played tracks, visit harperradio.com for the full playlist.
Tens of thousands of people attend community college every year. But what do they do after? I'm Brian Shelton. I host Harper Talks, a show where we talk to alumni from Harper College and find out what they did after community college. The show airs every Thursday at 2 p.m., but you can also find and subscribe to the show on all major podcast platforms. Harper Talks is a co-production of the Office of Alumni Relations and Harper Radio. I hope you'll join me for the next exciting episode of Harper Talks.
Hey, buddy, are you free to hang out tonight?
Sorry, no can do. I got the night shift.
Boss got you working late, huh?
Not at all. It's the night shift on Harper Radio. A full night devoted to the alternative and experimental. You'll hear everything from psychedelic rock to reggae, from classic hip-hop to old-school folk. You'll even hear vaporwave, local music, and so much more.
Well, hey, I think I may just join the night shift myself.
Spend your night with us, Fridays and Saturdays from 7 p.m. until 5:30 in the morning. The Night Shift, Friday and Saturday nights. Catch it while you can. On Palatine's own Harper Radio. Radio done differently. We're all looking for something to expand our creativity, to hone our skills, to find a place among our peers. With over 100 programs to choose from, find it with Harper College. Harper College allows its students to go at their own pace with accredited online and in-person classes. With expert faculty and a thriving student body at your fingertips, the skies are the limit. Visit harpercollege.edu to get started today.
Hello, welcome back to Streaming Verse. We have some friends over here on YouTube Live, and just want to say the thoughts and ideas presented on the show are own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. We are not homophobic on here. I am probably the gayest person at this station.
That is probably true.
I claim that title. I claim it.
Yeah.
Oh, Ruben and Ed, one of the few movies I'd give 5 stars.
So typically on our show, we do talk about what we have been streaming and streaming type things. So we appreciate everyone who is listening or watching right now. We tend to go more for what you can find streaming. So even if you choose to pirate it, which we wouldn't because we're representatives of WHCM, the worst we ever get is when we have access to someone else's account and watch movies like Caddio Lake.
I wonder whose account that was on. I didn't see anything.
But we tend to be more of a PG-13 type show, I would say. Yeah, we're PG-13.
Yeah.
Although we do like our support all things, even though we are PG-13. So do you want to dive into our topic, or do we want to see what our friends are watching? Ooh, Ruben and Ed is on YouTube. So we thank everyone who's on YouTube Live watching the show right now. Yeah. We're about to dive into our topic for the day, which is Frankensteining. Is that a thing? Is that a verb?
Okay. I love how you explained it, because at first when you messaged me about the topic, I had no idea what I was like, you mean like Halloween theme? I don't know what you're saying. But you explained it very well, so...
Yeah, so we're going to talk about apps and platforms, streaming platforms that you want to rip apart and build anew. So, what would you take from Max besides nothing? What would you take from, Amazon Prime to utilize because you love that feature? What wouldn't you take? What wouldn't you like? And to build your perfect app. So if you do have any thoughts on this, you can share them with us on YouTube Live. What do you and don't you like about apps if you were building your perfect app, just like Frankenstein? And as we know, I'm huge in Frankenstein this year. So Lisa Frankenstein, I'm all about that. So I will start with one thing I cannot stand, and this is actually what made me think of the topic, is MGM Plus doesn't count down what you're watching. So if you're watching a movie that's an hour and 30 minutes long, you're going to have on the left-hand side, it's going to tell you how far along you're in it, and the end is always going to stay an hour and 30 minutes. It doesn't count down. It drives me crazy because I have to do math. Like,
yeah, that's terrible.
Pause. Do I have time? Should I just stop watching it now? Or there's only 10 minutes left. I can finish it all. But I have to do the math.
That would drive me crazy.
I don't want to do math when I'm watching something. No math.
No, you're doing it to
relax.
Escape and relax.
Right.
You don't,
no,
that's ridiculous.
Though that said, I was playing around and I will let you guys talk, but I was really excited when I saw this. So in terms of which ones you like and don't like, Peacock has everything on the right side. It has both what you're at and the countdown.
Really?
All on so you don't even have to zoom across the bottom of your screen to see where am I right now.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all on the right hand side. I've actually decided Peacock's one of the best apps. It's just sad that it doesn't. It's not your go-to app. It's not going to be like your Netflix or your
I'm on it.
Amazon Prime.
I think it's my go-to.
Really? Like but you watch Disney.
Yeah, but I go to Peacock every night because it has Modern Family, New
True.
Girl, stuff I fall asleep
What
to.
I meant is it's not as encompassing like a Disney is with like
Right.
their catalog.
Yeah, they
is-
don't own everything.
Yes, they don't own everything. Right, that's what I mean by they
Yeah.
don't have a big catalog. I love Peacock.
Yeah.
I get my live TV from there too, and
With Peacock, I don't know if I'm remembering it correctly when I had it for that 1 month, but when you forward or like rewind stuff on there, like it doesn't show you where you're at, correct?
no, it doesn't.
So that was the negative about it.
Oh,
Yes.
yes. That drives me crazy.
Yeah, that would drive me nuts. You're right.
So-
That's the negative. I'm gonna have to like give them a downvote
Sorry.
for that.
Sorry, Peacock.
Yeah, no
But
Peacock.
like Netflix shows you where you're at when you're trying to zoom through a show or
Yes.
something.
So if
Yeah.
you're
Get
trying to
it.
go back, you can see at least.
Mm-hmm. You get the small, like, little window preview
right.
of the scene. Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I love. Okay, this is gonna be no surprise. The lists feature, which is pretty much on every platform. You can make like my list or, like want to watch kind of. You can just basically put everything in a playlist. Which on Netflix it's great
Mm-hmm.
because it always shows up. Whereas when you're on Disney Plus, you have to dig to find your list.
Jeez.
And it's
You
really
do.
annoying. And I'm going to take something that we don't see on a lot of like streaming. They have it on YouTube. You can make playlists of different things. And I love making lists. I think I say this on every other episode. But I would love to make like playlists that's like going to sleep. So if I finish one show, it'll just start another one that I know that I like. Or like rainy day list. So like I'm not having to like think of stuff to watch.
Yeah.
Even
no,
though I
that's a
have-
good, yeah.
Even though I have lists on my phone, it would be nice if it was right in front of my face.
So you know
Yeah.
who has that is Crunchyroll. You can make
Really?
separate lists of like, this is my going to sleep list, this is my like favorites of all time. I don't know, like whatever list you want to make, you can make multiple lists on their app.
Oh.
It's very nice.
So we're getting some feedback from
Yeah.
YouTube Live that they like Tubi. Tubi, well, one is nice because it's free. So I like that. Is that the one that has the like scroll for the live TV? I think that it is.
See.
I forget which one Tubi is.
It does have a lot of B movies.
Yeah,
Not the B movie, but
but
but like Hollywood B movies, which they can be so fun.
yes,
It does have live TV.
It does, yeah.
okay, yeah, that's the one where yeah, that it is. I like Tubi. We've actually had full shows where we talk about Tubi and Pluto TV because they're free, and let's use the free apps because everything's
Yes.
becoming so expensive.
And with
So, yeah.
ads, yeah, absolutely.
One of the things I don't like from Hulu is it doesn't have previews the way it should. Like Netflix, if you have it highlighted on a certain TV show or movie, it'll start playing a little preview so you can get an idea of, okay, is the acting going to be okay? Is it foreign language? And I do like watching foreign language movies and shows, but not when I'm tired, not when I'm sick. So
Yeah.
I need to know that going in sometimes. And Hulu doesn't really do that, which is disappointing. They really need to get on that. Because even Prime does that. A lot of them do that. Apple
Yeah.
TV does that.
Does Netflix have a setting, or even Prime, where you can turn off the previews? Because there are days where I'm just not in the mood to see a preview. I just want to let it sit on the
That's
title.
a good question.
I'm like, I just want you to be quiet while I make a decision.
Yeah. That's true.
See, this is why we're Frankensteining. That's actually a really good idea.
See?
Because there's times where it's like, no, I don't want to deal with it. Well, watch Hulu more.
No, it's like there are days where Netflix previews are good and other days where I need Hulu.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need you to be quiet while I think this through.
That's a good point. 'Cause
Yes.
sometimes they're downright disturbing.
There. And on the opposite side of that, there are some times when, like, okay, I'm going to watch something on Apple TV.
Mhm.
So but I need to set up, but I want to put it on. I want to turn it on. So I just want it to continually play
Right.
previews and stuff while I'm like making my dinner, running to the
Right.
bathroom, getting everything ready, and then it'll stop because it's decided it's done. I'm not paying attention. It's like, no,
Yeah.
I wanted 10 good minutes of this. I wanted to
Mhm.
hear what's coming up.
Yeah.
Netflix
Yeah.
will kind of do that at the very end of a show or a
Yes.
movie where they'll
Yes.
start playing
Yeah.
previews.
Movie or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I want
yeah,
at the
yeah.
beginning sometimes. Like Prime does it now because it's advertising. So when
Yeah.
you go to start something on Prime, it will start playing like, oh, you could be watching this right now.
Mhm.
Which I don't mind. Maybe it's because I've just gotten used to all the ads or something, but I'm okay with it. However, what
Mhm.
I'm not okay with, and no one in this room is going to be shocked, is that Prime somehow thinks I like football. Like with all the demographics it has on me, like tonight, because it's Thursday night football
It's
now,
showing-
I will go home, I will turn on Fire Stick, and some game will be on. That's
Wow.
fine. If I enjoyed football, yay, that would be awesome. I don't like football. You know I don't like football. You have all my data. You know my shopping information.
Yeah.
What jersey have I bought in the last, I don't know, 150 years? None.
Problem is that for me it's been a few, but they were all gifts. But the problem is like I like to when I turn on my Fire Stick, I need to like leave and do a few things, so I let the advertisements play. But on Thursday night football night, it plays it'll go into the
Yes.
football game, and I'm like, no, we
Yeah.
have an agreement that you'll run through the advertisements,
Right,
please.
and it doesn't because it just goes right into that game. And then you're like, because I go home on Thursdays after the show and I'm setting up and getting something to eat, and I sit down, I'm like, why are you playing the game? Get me out of this game.
Right.
Yeah.
We gotta talk Fire Stick.
Oh my
My
gosh.
friend suggested downloading offline episodes without expiring because Netflix apparently expires,
Oh.
but other apps don't.
The
That's
show, what you've
interesting.
downloaded?
Yeah.
I didn't realize other ones didn't. I thought they all expired.
No, Crunchyroll doesn't. I can tell you that.
All
That's
right.
that's the one that's primarily like anime, right?
It is.
Yes,
Okay.
it is, and I now have a login for it. I haven't utilized it yet, though, and someone has made lists for me already.
Oh yeah, I
wonder
set her
who.
up.
Yeah. So now that all the medical things I had to get taken care of
Yeah.
have been taken, because I just got vaxxed last weekend. Like when I was texting you guys, like Friday, I got my COVID and flu.
Yeah.
So there was no thinking. There was no
No
thinking
think-
happening.
no
this
thoughts.
weekend. Sleeping and chilling out.
Yeah.
And Catio Lake. So it was perfect.
I
All
didn't
right.
know that happened.
All right.
All right. So what else do you guys?
Yeah. I mean, this one's kind of a big one. I mean, ads on everything. It drives me insane. Even when you are paying for a service, Prime, they think that they can just add in these advertisements when the service was once.
Ad free.
Thank
Right,
you. I'm
yeah.
not I'm looking
Well,
for the right
and they'll put
vocabulary here.
ads before stuff you're paying for. So, and this is kind of a complaint too. So I'm going to talk about what you're talking about, but
Yes.
roll in something else about Prime that I can't stand. So Prime is like an aggregator. You can, and same with Hulu, where you can add other platforms
Right.
to it.
Mhm.
Well, Prime does an awful job with that because you can't search very easily. It doesn't just let you search in one spot and find it. If you're not in the exact right spot, you're not going to find the Paramount Plus show you're looking for because you're hanging out in the AMC Plus category and it's not happy. But just like you were talking about, it's like, why are you giving me ads on something that I'm paying for with no ads?
Right.
just because I'm honored to use your platform.
Yeah, just because everyone's doing it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
It's, well, no, we all know what it's for. It's so that the CEOs and their friends can make more money while we pay more and the workers don't necessarily get raises.
Yeah.
You know,
Or
my
they get laid off. I'm sorry, I'm so anti-corporate America right now.
So am I. But
Yeah, me too.
But my favorite thing to do is when there's a Amazon Prime ad that comes up and it says press OK to add to cart, I will, just to see how much it costs.
Oh, really?
Because there are some things that cost, like, I think it was like this very small vacuum that was being advertised to me, and I pressed OK to add to cart. It was like $1,000. And I was like, geez.
Yeah, they have those power stations. Was it a power station?
I think it was.
Yeah, so, and then I think maybe not, though, although I could see your family searching for power
Yeah, it's
stations.
like cleaning supplies and things like that.
Because every once in a while it will do that. Like, it'll have the ads on Prime, and it'll show me a power station. And I dream of wanting one because it'd be nice when the power goes out to go, I've got, something on my Wi-Fi so it doesn't go out, and then keep my TV on, and I'm good. Because, if it's not going to go out for very long, you don't care about your refrigerator. Like, if it's an hour or two, you're fine. And it shows that. And I said, see, you understand. You understand me until I see the football. You don't understand me.
Yeah.
There's been a miscommunication here.
Right.
I don't think either of you have Stars, but Stars is a mess.
I do not have Stars.
Stars is just a nightmare. And mind you, it's one of the cheapest ones to get, but it is a nightmare because it's just, here, we're going to throw content at you, figure it out. And there are categories, movie and TV and stuff, but you're in it going, you're not aggregating anything for me. Again, we all know they're using all this AI to figure out what we like and don't like. And it's like, hey, you might like this. It's like, what made you think that?
Yeah. Literally.
Crunchyroll, again, allows you to mark episodes as watched, even if you haven't. Like, you don't have to watch it in the app. You can just mark it as oh yeah, I've watched that episode, which I've already done for
what?
you.
Oh.
So say you watched on our account 2 episodes of Bochi to Rock.
Right.
You can mark
That's
in your own account
amazing.
oh, I watched these 2 episodes.
Nice. I do like that.
It's because it feels complete.
Yes.
You
I
triggered
need
me.
that. Oh, no.
So Netflix. Sorry, Anina, I should probably let you talk, but I'm
No,
very triggered
don't let
right
me
now.
talk.
So in Netflix, if you watch a show thousands of times, it's very accommodating. So I watch The Diplomat, the whole series, at least a couple hundred times because it's my go-to show for when I'm doing stuff around the house. It's my go-to show when I can't sleep. So what I will do sometimes is okay, I'm about to go to sleep, but it's 2 a.m. and I can't sleep, because I woke up or whatever. So, well, I'm on episode 7. I want at least 4 episodes to play. So you can go down, pick the episode to play, and even though it recognizes I've seen the whole thing, once you go back into it, it starts from the beginning.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it automatically goes to the beginning. Guess what doesn't do that? Prime does not do that. So the same for Reacher, one of my other go-to shows I watch all the time. If it's at the end of that show and I go back to watch it, it starts playing the credits, the end credits. It's like,
Yeah.
don't you know I'm starting this again?
Max does that too.
It drives me crazy.
I know the frustration.
But Netflix knows me. It knows I want to rewatch The
gotta
Diplomat
restart.
over and over and over again.
Yeah. I think it's time we take a break, right?
I think so, yes. We are going to take a quick break, play some messages, keep it tuned to WHCM, and this is Streaming Verse with Nina, Chris, Caroline, and Erin.
Hi, I'm Monica, a student at Harper College, and you're listening to WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, celebrating 20 years on air at Harper College.
I'm Dr. Anthony Lazarowitz, and this is Climate Connections. When fire rages across a landscape, wood can go up in flames, but dirt does not burn. So some people are drawing inspiration from age-old earthen building methods to help create more fire-resilient homes.
The blocks that I make are considered unfired earthen masonry, and we have been using this material for over 10,000 years.
That's Lisa Morey, owner and founder of a company called Nova Terra. She says much of the world continues to build with earth, but it's rare for new buildings in the United States, so she's trying to change that. Her company manufactures compressed earthen bricks called eco-blocks. They're made from sand and clay mixed with lime for additional strength and water protection. The blocks themselves cannot burn.
So for wildfires that we're seeing, of course, more often now, the walls provide a lot better resistance.
She says homes built with eco-blocks can also be more energy efficient, and creating the blocks themselves uses minimal energy and fuel. So this modern take on an ancient building method can create homes that are better for the climate and less vulnerable to some of the impacts of a warming world. Climate Connections is produced by the Yale Center for Environmental Communication. To learn more about climate change, visit climateconnections.org.
Hi, I'm Adekunbi Aranciola from Palatine.
Hi, I'm Amy Gary from Chicago.
Hi, I'm Matt Sears from Schaumburg.
You are listening to the award-winning WHCM.
WHCM 88.3 FM.
The Harper College Music Machine.
This is Jeff, the driving force behind Dexter's Radio Hour, where every Monday and Friday evening at 6 p.m. you will experience the mind-altering force of genre-bending rock and roll.
And whatever this is.
And we are back. WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, broadcast service of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. This is Streaming Verse with Nina, Chris, Caroline, and Erin. And we have been talking about what we would like to take apart and rebuild, like Frankenstein, with all the different apps.
Yep.
Streaming. And we've been mostly talking about viewing, but we could also talk about Spotify. We could talk about Audible, things you do and don't like Hoopla drives me crazy because when you listen to a book, there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just like, here's 13 hours, figure it out.
Yes. Yeah, that
Libby's great though.
Libby is fantastic, but
I'm banned from Libby right now. Still.
It's
been a year almost.
Jeez.
Are you still banned?
I'm still banned from the library. I still haven't returned that book. I've got less than 100 pages.
Have you not been billed for it yet?
They told me either pay up or return it, and I'm going to return it. I have every intention.
You know you could have returned it and gotten it 8 times since then.
But it's on hold.
Erin!
That person is going to go somewhere else to get that
That person
book.
has probably already watched it and forgot they had a hold on it.
Right. Well...
No defense.
No.
Nothing.
I'm a terrible library card holder. There's a reason I've been revoked.
You might be banned.
I mean, they did say ban for now, but...
Well, yeah, but I think you might really be banned. I think there's something... You're going to return it and they're going to go...
No.
Out the
Get
door.
Out. You're going to get a security
They're going to
escort.
security? Exactly.
When
They're
I
going to have your picture up there behind the library desk.
Don't let her in.
No, my original plan was to do the drive-through and drive away in shame, but I think I'm going to walk that puppy in.
I'm going to give the security guard at Schaumburg Library your picture.
Yeah. Can we print out like a mugshot?
Exactly. I'm going to have her like stare forward, stand to the side.
Stand to
with
the side.
The measuring tape in back of how tall you are. We'll make it look like you're 6 feet tall, though.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? By this time next Thursday, I will have finished that book. You heard it here.
All right, we'll quiz you,
okay.
Erin, to finish book.
Yeah, we're going to hold you to that.
All right. It's on. Emily,
on.
I will finish that book you recommended me.
Oh, my gosh.
After 8,000 years.
Yeah, I checked it out almost a year ago. It'll be next week.
That is crazy.
Oh, my God, you're killing me.
That is crazy.
And I'll let you know how it goes at the Schaumburg Library.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're going to be banned for a period of time at least.
They're going to be so mad.
They're gonna go, thank you for returning this. Now get out.
Yeah.
Well, give us that $17.58 first and then get out. Oh my God. I will bring cash.
Okay.
If they want
you
that.
should.
I think I
So,
donate a book.
But for those of you who aren't banned from a library, Libby is awesome.
Libby is fantastic. And also, if you do happen to be banned from a library, like some of us in this room, there are libraries that are, number one, fully online libraries. I'm on one, I forget what it's called, but it's a collection of queer audiobooks and ebooks.
Oh, cool.
It's phenomenal. And then there's a bunch online that you can just sign up for, and they don't require
Background checks.
What?
From other libraries?
Yeah.
Nope. You're banned in Schaumburg. You're out of here.
You're done.
You're done. You're out.
No, they don't require background checks to my knowledge. But you can put in your address. Doesn't matter where you live. If you live in the library district or whatever, you can still rent from their library on Libby. So that's great.
Oh,
and
that's
it also
very cool.
helps reduce wait times. So if you go on Reddit, there is a massive master list of all of these libraries that you can sign up for. I can send them to you as well, Chris.
Please.
It's great. Or if you know someone who doesn't do anything, I'm just being really shady towards a family member.
Okay.
In a different state, you can kind of take their identity. I'm not committing identity theft like The Office.
Okay.
But if you put in their information, you can just borrow their library card.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have quite a few Libby accounts. Libby, please do not cancel.
Yeah,
me.
and I get that because this is slightly different. I think all of us here have medical enough issues that we all live and breathe in my chart.
Yes.
Yeah. Woo, my chart.
Was in there today.
Well, my sister refuses. She's like, I want them to call me. I want them to do this. And I'm like, honey, okay. But that said, I'm going to talk to my niece about you need to download my chart and have 2 profiles and one of them be your mother so that you can get her information. And my niece is a nurse, so that also applies. But it's like, come on, we all need to embrace my chart. It's here to stay, and it's actually quite awesome.
Yeah.
It really is. Like,
until
everything is there.
Yeah, until other hospitals use something else, and then you can't get into it, and
Yeah, they're on different platforms. Yeah, because like, what is it
Everyone-
like here? Dooley and what's the one? And Endeavor.
Endeavor. Yeah.
Endeavor. Yeah, I knew you guys would know. They're different platforms, so you
Yes.
have to switch around, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, I'm like, Kelly, you need to start using it because it's been the best. Because with all my health issues, like I did with your mom, your mom started asking me questions. I'm like, I don't know, here, and I gave her my phone, and she's like, oh, you should check on this. You should have this looked at. Here's a good doctor. It's very helpful. If you have friends who are nurses, give them your My Chart. They will tell you what everything means.
yeah, and I have found that they will. Again, we're just going off about My Chart right now.
It is a platform.
It is a platform. If you are waiting in the ER for test results, they go on My Chart first.
They do.
So
you can go. No, I can go home now.
Yeah. No, I've had doctors walk in. I'm like, I know, and they're like, oh, right.
Yeah.
I've done that too in the ER. I've been lying in the ER bed. And I'm like, oh, okay. All right, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. And then they come in, like you said, like an hour later. It's like, I already read it. I'm good.
Yeah.
I love it when they send you messages, though. Like the doctor will send a message. So these are the results. It's like, dude, I got the results 2 hours ago.
Yeah, and I Googled sufficiently.
Right.
Not that you should do that, because that's not accurate.
Google MD.
Yeah.
It's a good place to be.
Yeah.
All right, we could probably talk about other stuff, but it is an app, and we're streaming it, technically.
Yeah.
And it's life-changing. As much as it's invasive and they all talk to each other, it's crazy. But it's also very cool.
Well, and the fact that there's different platforms for different hospitals, and you'd rather take like stuff from MyChart instead of Helo. I'm looking at you, certain doctors' offices.
I know that one.
Yeah, it's a terrible one. I think it's the worst one yet that I've worked with.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't work half the time.
Yeah, and it's like, you're part of the NCH system. Why aren't you using MyChart?
Right.
That's the part. We want to be different.
Yeah.
We're
Too bad.
independent.
Too bad. Yeah.
No, it's a time.
We're all quiet. It's like,
okay,
we're contemplating.
We have been used and abused by the medical system. And we needed a moment just to go.
Literally.
Okay, we're done.
A moment of silence.
That was so cathartic.
A moment of silence for our health.
Yeah.
And the medical system.
Okay, anyways. No, okay. They used to do this on Netflix. They no longer do this.
What?
You could search an actor and then everything that they were in used to pop up.
Did that stop?
Yes.
It does not work for me.
Me either. I've done it.
Man, I just did it like earlier this year or last year, and it was doing it.
It's how I would discover new things because I'd search Kyler Lee, and then everything Kyler Lee that's on Netflix would come up. Now they don't do that.
Yep.
It drives me crazy. I wonder if Prime does it. Prime probably does it.
I would think
Prime
so.
might. Oh, that's one of the things I love
Yes.
is X-Ray.
Yes,
X-Ray
let's talk about
is the
X-Ray.
best. So, for those who don't have Prime and listen to this show, all two of you. I mean, I know a lot of the public doesn't, but you're not listening to this show if you probably haven't at least used Prime once. When you pause a show you're watching on Prime, it'll tell you which actors are in the scene.
Yeah.
So when you're watching it and you're like, "Who? That person looks familiar," you can pause and go, "Oh, I know who it is." Or, as any of us here would do, whip out your phone, look for IMDb, and Google them to go, "Oh yeah, they were in this." I've actually paused other platforms and go, "Darn it, it's not Prime."
You can also do this window now where it will have like the IMDb facts like come up as the movie plays.
What?
What? On what?
On Prime.
No, but like on an app like on your tablet or when you're talking like the
on the TV
Fire Stick.
Yes, on
Okay.
the Fire Stick. Like you can open up this window where the movie still plays, but then there's also like the IMDb trivia playing in real time.
Whoa.
You gotta try it.
Oh,
I did it with
no.
I did it with Civil War.
Can you also like do that live? That would be a fun live thing to do. You know how they had those parties, those Netflix
parties.
Yeah, Netflix party.
Oh, that would
like
be
to do a
fun.
party with IMDb and chat because it would go ballistic.
That would be wild.
That would be a crazy
like
chat.
trivia going on. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That would be really
I
fun.
didn't know that. That's crazy. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know how much movie you'd be watching in that situation.
That's
You're
like-
just looking at the
I-
trivia.
You guys
Yeah.
are both young, so you might not be aware of what this is, but this was so popular. I'm writing something down.
You're good.
Okay. Did you guys ever watch pop-up videos? They were so addictive. So back when MTV was MTV and still played videos, they had a series called pop-up video. So they would play the music video and there'd be pop-ups about all the trivia behind the video.
cool.
Oh, so-and-so skinned all the skin off the back of their leg when they slid across the floor doing that, or so-and-so didn't want to do this, things like that.
Oh, cool.
And, and some factual stuff too, but also like inside gossip stuff. So it's called pop-up videos. It was so addictive because you'd be like, I'm going to put on some music videos while I clean. And then 2 hours later, you've been reading all the pop-ups.
Yeah.
No, Avatar: The Last Airbender did that. After like the whole series had finished, they did a pop-up version. So it's the same exact
my
thing.
gosh.
Pop-up videos.
So
That's
my
what's
sister bought the box set of the pop-up.
That's awesome.
So that's what this would be like. You know what I mean? With the
Yeah.
IMDb, I see that kind of being similar to pop-up videos.
That's so fun.
Serious a thing, ask your parents. I'm sure your parents have watched both of you.
Yeah.
Pop-up videos on MTV.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Great stuff.
We have a pause. I think we've done good though. This is we've done good. We went over our topic thoroughly. We talked about medical advice in case anyone needed any.
Apparently, yeah.
Sign up for your My Chart today. You can get a code from your doctor's office, possibly.
There you go.
Or maybe not. You never know.
Who knows?
Oh, I did want to have. Can we just kind of chat about voting?
Yes, please.
So we are coming up on the 2024 election in just a few short weeks here. It is time to get registered to vote now.
Please.
So go online, search. I don't have any websites in front of me.
Vote.org.
Vote.org. If you do go to a website about voting, make sure it's a .gov or a .org.
Yes.
Don't go to anything else. Don't go to a .com. Don't go to a .me. I know there's one like that.
.net.
.net. None of those. If you're looking for anything about voting, .org or .gov. Those are the only ones you want to look at. You can register the vote the day of, but it'll be a longer process for you. Much better to, even if you go to a polling place when the polls open, I think they've already started in some states. I don't think they have here, right, for early voting?
The 21st, I know.
So next Monday, right?
Yeah.
All right, so next Monday the polls open. You can go here in Illinois live and register to vote the day you're there. But if you register to vote, you will need ID. Typically, when you vote in person, you do not have to have ID, especially in Illinois. But if you are registering to vote, you do need 2 pieces of identification. I've taken my my election judge training, so I know this. Yeah, because we have to be prepared to register people to vote that day. So, but you're going to need to prove your address and have to have photo ID.
Yes, so it's much easier just to register in advance.
Register in advance.
And you can check your voting status on vote.org as well.
Yeah.
To make sure.
And you can mail in your vote. It's still not too late for that. You can early vote, which is a great option, I think. Do it on your own time or vote the day of.
Yep.
So exercise your democratic right and vote. So those are some resources for you because we should all be voting.
Yes.
I kind of actually like the fact that some countries it's like mandatory. You have to vote. I just think that's like a good idea. And they should make it part of the process in high school and college. You should all have to take like a civics class and understand what it's for.
Well, I have a brief story of when I lost faith in all humanity in elementary school.
All right, let's go.
All right, diving into childhood trauma. So I forget the exact year. I was in elementary school when it was the election of Mitt Romney and Barack Obama. They made us go to the computer lab, class by class, all of the grades, and they had 2 pictures on the screen. Picture of Barack Obama and a picture of Mitt Romney. So, no information whatsoever. We had to sit there and pick on the black man or the white man. And at the end of the day, it was this big, announcement of who won. Well, everyone picked Mitt Romney.
Because he looked like them.
Yes. And I will never, ever, ever forget standing in my classroom with my backpack on. I was ready to go home, and they announced it, and I was just kind of like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? Can't read the comments.
No. We do appreciate the comments on YouTube Live. If you want to see them, head over there. We can't necessarily read all of them, although we do appreciate them.
Yes, we appreciate you. Please come back next week, same time. You're just making me giggle over here. But yeah, that was the only kind of voting education I ever received, and I remember looking around that room, being like. Because I remember sitting at that computer lab and just being like, I don't know anything about either of these people.
Which would have been part of the process.
Yeah.
It's not voting, it's understanding what you're voting for.
Yeah.
What is it? Somebody famous, and I forget who it is, someone's daughter. Well, I'm not going to vote because I'm not educated. Like, that was their thing. Like, Chapel Rowan was like, I don't really like either person. They don't represent me. So even though I am going to vote for so-and-so, I don't back them. But this other person, and it's some famous person's daughter, I can't remember who it is, has literally said, I'm not voting because I'm not educated. Sweetheart, you got 6 weeks.
Yeah.
You could pick up, some literature.
You can read.
Yeah. Do you know how to read? series.
That was
So-
my first election, though, was the Romney-Obama one. And I was at Harper College at the time. Oh, man. I just dated myself to you.
My first selection was 2020.
Okay.
Yeah, what an overwhelming
Yeah.
first time voting experience.
Yeah, that's gotta be rough for a first time.
Okay. Well,
I was thinking more like
thanks for everyone who's been listening or watching on YouTube Live.
We
This
appreciate
is
you.
Streaming Verse with Nina, Chris, Caroline, and Erin today. Thanks for watching, listening. We will be back next Thursday live at 7 p.m. And don't forget, you can catch our replay on harperradio.com or 88.3 FM, 7 p.m. on Mondays. Register to vote.
Register to vote.